The monster cereals, part of an imbalanced Halloween breakfast. It's Halloween, so of course it's time for the monster cereals. That's right, once again, General Mills is issuing special packages of their famous monster cereals. So let's pour a big bowl full of Franken Berry and take a look at the monster cereals, the spirits of Halloween past and present. Franken Berry and Count Choucla were introduced in 1971. Making last year, 2021, the 50th anniversary of the monster cereals.
Ah, what a beautiful day for Franken Berry, the world's super sweet new cereal.
Phooey! Here's the world's super sweet new cereal, Count Choucla.
There's a brilliance to this campaign, because by having two cereal mascots arguing over whose cereal is the best, you get to advertise two cereals at once. And the kids can't decide, so Mom, keep the peace by buying both kinds. This brilliant concept was introduced in 1965 by Quaker Oats, when they invited Jay Ward, the brilliant producer of Rocky and Bullwinkle and so many other great cartoons, to create an animated campaign, basically to create cereals, starring two mascots who would be arguing with each other in a comical fashion. So Quisp and Quake were born. These commercials, funny and irreverent, were better than the cartoons that they were sponsoring. So competing General Mills just had to have their own version of these bickering cartoon characters, both selling their own self-named cereals. And to their credit, they went their own way with this. This was not a copy of Quisp and Quake. They came up with their own very unique idea. Now, of course, monsters had been all the craze since the 1950s. When the Universal Monster movies started to be shown on TV in a syndicated package called Shock or Shock Theater. So to pick up on the popularity of the monsters, make them cartoon versions of the famous Universal monsters, but with enough changes to avoid those pesky lawsuits, they came up with Franken Berry and Count Choucla. And I really, really love these fun designs.
Franken Berry is the super sweet cereal.
Count Choucla is the super sweet cereal.
I've got strawberry flavored sweeties.
I've got chocolate sweeties.
Franken Berry.
Count Choucla.
Though not based on a specific monster, the ghost character with the Peter Lorre-like voice was introduced in 1972 and then went national in 1973, Boo Berry. And he brought an interesting dynamic to the rivalry between Franken Berry and Count Choucla.
Who do you, Blueberry? Franken Berry's got strawberry-flavored marshmallows.
Count Choucla's got chocolate marshmallows.
But I've got blueberry-flavored marshmallows.
Franken Berry.
Count Choucla.
And blueberry.
It added one more thing that these not-so-scary monsters were scared of. Blueberry's all calm and cool and collected, making a nice contrast to the very excitable and very passionate monsters, Franken Berry and Count Choucla. It's kind of interesting that until 2009, the monster cereals were available all year round. But then General Mills started issuing the cereals only at Halloween time. And in a way, it does make it more fun and special, especially when you want to see what they're doing differently every year with the designs and the approach and the campaigns. So last year, for the 50th anniversary, the company released these boxes specially marked as 50th Anniversary Edition, and they have a lot of fun art. Why are they fun? Because they're the original designs, which are the best. It's not only the front of the box, which has this classic approach, but also the back, where it celebrates the monsters doing a new recording of the Monster Mash. That should put us in the mind of the 1979 records that were given away inside boxes of the monster cereals.
There's a new craze sweeping the country. Monster Mania, Monster Mania.
Harder than Bob, just spooky and harpy.
Monster Mania, Monster Mania.
But anyhow, you could scan the back of the box, and it would take you to a video of the song and even some behind-the-scenes material. And this great art of the monsters rocking out, and of course some dance steps that you can learn. Then on the side, the individual monster looking up longingly and happily at his own cereal floating down, including the marshmallow bits, which were originally called sweeties. And I wish they had stuck with that. It's so much more fun. So you've already seen Franken Berry, and here is Count Choucla. The same idea, same sort of art. Really fun. More dance steps. And here, of course, is Blueberry with the very same idea. Another reason for this Monster Mash campaign is that General Mills released a Monster Mash-up cereal, which was a combination of all the Monster cereals, as they said, in one bowl, or we should say one box. I have not tried that cereal. I don't think I want to. Have you tried it? Let me know in the comments. For Halloween 2022, General Mills does like doing different things for different years. So this year, they teamed up with renowned American artist and monster enthusiast, Kaws, and he was inspired by the vintage styling of the original boxes. He incorporated Kaws' signature elements like the cauliflower-shaped ears and the X's for eyes. But aside from that, they're the classic design, so he's really showing his love for the monsters. Here's a quote from Kaws. "It's been a thrill to collaborate with General Mills and Monster Cereals. I've been a big fan of the cereals since I was a kid. Even now, I love the original box designs and the creativity and imagination they invoke." So that's very cool. But I think the biggest news of 2022 might be the reintroduction of Fruit Brute. That's right, this monster cereal has not been seen since 2013. He's the elusive brand that so many monster cereal fans are always clamoring for. I imagine Quentin Tarantino is quite happy because he features Fruit Brute in 2 of his movies, Reservoir Dogs and Pulp Fiction. Fruit Brute, of course, is based on the werewolf, or the wolfman, if you will, and he's very 70s because he's dressed in these crazy striped overalls. So he's very colorful.
Quiet!
I'm me, Fruit Brute, with my fruit-flavored cereal, Fruit Brute, part of your nutritious breakfast.
Fool on you!
But delicious Fruit Brute has fruit-flavored marshmallows for the howling good taste of fruit.
Count Choucla's got chocolate marshmallows.
Franken Berry's got strawberry-flavored marshmallows.
Fruit Brute, with a howling good taste of fruit.
Another thing you might have noticed is that fruit is no longer spelled F-R-U-I-T, it's spelled with an E. Because let's face it, and I know you're going to be surprised, but there's no actual fruit in Fruit Brute. Therefore, let's deliberately misspell it so that we're not claiming that there is, a la Fruit Loops. So I hope these sugary cereals add some monstrous energy level without drinking a monster to your Halloween. And be sure and be with us next time for a double feature, the surfing werewolf and the eggplant that ate Philadelphia.